Okay, we're back. We're back up in this thing. Had to take care of a couple of things. And now I'm back like I never left. It don't even feel right to say it no more, honestly. I can't even say it with the same spunk, and originality, knowing that a stank uno toothed heifer tried to steal my shit. And you know what's funny? I called it out that day and I said, I'm not saying it no more. I'm not saying it no more. She went on days spree of her saying it. And then I said, I'm not saying it anymore. And these live listen back, she's not saying it. It's a few things that I haven't heard her say in the last couple of live listen backs. And two of them was my thing that I said she can have. Literally, as soon as I said she can have it, I haven't heard her say it. She a weirdo. Buckets, that is. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in or welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope you woke up feeling great and all those good things. I hope you have an amazing, let me see, terrific Tuesday. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday and everything goes your way. Whatever you want out the day, I really hope that's how the day goes for you. She all over the place. I just got to get myself not to say my stuff no more because it just don't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same saying it, knowing that I listened to her say it when it was mine, when she was listening to me. You can have it. You're a thief. Isn't it ironic that a thief would steal more than just tangible things? You know what I mean? Oh, that's because it's going. I was like, why isn't it tangible things like money or like actual items, but would also steal like people's creativity, mine's being one of them. You know what I mean? It's not. I didn't invent the whole welcome back because I told y'all I got it from Welcome Back Carter. And if you if you're a little seasoned, such as myself, then you are going to be familiar with it. And if you're a little less seasoned, you may not be familiar with it. But it was a TV show. I think the show is filmed in the '70s. I think it was an old school TV show. And the theme song for the TV show used to be like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And I used to watch the show with my older cousins. And I ain't even really like the show for real. I ain't gonna even hold you. But when I got a little older, I did go back and watch some of the older episodes. It made sense. But when it was on, I was I didn't get it. I just remember the song. So when they would watch it, I just couldn't wait for the theme song to come on so we could all be like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I decided to use that as my welcome back intro. When you have a problem or you doing more than one in a day or however it goes, that you back on the same day, right? And so with that being said, that was my thing. And then all of a sudden the thief stole it and I can't even use it anymore. It just doesn't feel the same. Like she tainted it. Just like everything else she touches, it turns to shit. Like her life down in the shitter. You feel me? I don't want to say the same thing a crap bucket says, even if she stole it. That's one of them. And then the other one, I don't really want to go into it. I wasn't really planning to go in that direction. I've already addressed it, but I got to let those go. And as soon as I said it, I haven't heard her say it since. Did she not go live and then go live again? Did she say it when she came back? No. Now I'm saying something she may or may not. I don't care, you thieving buckets. Just like you, the mofo conductor. Keep shouting me out, bitch. And I'm going to keep fucking, now that I'm going to keep fucking saying. Every motherfucking time you put it in your title, do put it in your title, you stanky Uno tooth bitch. But no, that's my shit, bitch. Shout me out every motherfucking time, ho. They're going to start calling your bitch ass out for that. I need to stop cursing. Can't say the words. Can't say the words. Won't say the words anymore. No, as I'm scrolling, I'm looking for something. And as I'm scrolling, I'm looking for something and her thing comes up as I was scrolling. And it says, don't forget. But you know what? My response to don't forget, because I don't know what she's going to say. She probably going to talk about somebody else. She is evilly angry at Mrs. Carver right now. Like, just jealously, hatefully angry. Um, But I'm gonna say, don't forget. Don't fucking forget that you're a copycat ass thief. Apparently, you've taken from others. You take a little from this, a little from that, and a little from that one. But don't you ever fucking forget. Oops, let me stop cussing. That I named you the conductor. Mofo, yeah, you was a yeah, that's my shit, bitch. And we gonna keep saying it. That's my yeah, it's mine. So keep shouting me out, you dusty hoe. And that's what you're doing. You ain't standing on it. You're stealing and you are shouting me out. Keep doing it. Keep doing everybody knows. If you think they ain't, if you think they don't, you're wrong. You're wrong, you dusty thought. You're dusty. Um, Convos with Candace in the building. Good morning, good morning. Yes, yes. Welcome back, Carter. Yes. Uh-huh. That's the one. N- Oh, no, no. So, okay, well, that's not what I was saying, but there was a point in time that I listened to what she was saying, and I just realized that it was some discrepancies with what she was saying. But what I'm saying is I named her the conductor when I started doing commentary. Like, cause we all start, I think, as subscribers. When I decided to go live, I named her the conductor. She struck me out, and then when I was gone, she started calling herself the conductor after she struck me out. So now she's putting conductor in her thing, but I named her the conductor. And I wasn't trying to compliment her. I didn't mean it in a nice way. No, not at all. You conducting money out of people's pockets in a scammy kind of way. You conducting ain't no telling what other type of scams you got going on. You over here conducting fraud, you conducting crimes, criminal activity, you conducting leading your children into the prison system, the one you dodged. I wasn't being nice when I said it, but she got it in her title as if it's a flex. And I'm just going to keep pointing out it's not a flex. And I named you that. So if you call yourself what I named you, you're slow because I wasn't complimenting you. I wasn't. And you're a thief and you can steal it all you want to. But since it originated with me, it's going to take on its original meaning. That's all. Just keep shouting me out. Or taking my sayings and other people's sayings. We have our own things that we do to make ourselves original. Even though, like I said, when I was talking about the Welcome Back Carter, when I say original, I didn't hear anybody saying welcome back that way. So that's how I decided to do my welcome back because I thought about welcome back Carter, but I'm not saying that I created saying it that way because I have to point out that I got it from welcome back Carter. But nobody in this space that I listened to was saying it that way. And then all of a sudden, she started going, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Well, and it seemed like it's a sort, but I'm not, I'm only pointing it out because as soon as I had that whole live where I really went into it, I haven't heard her say it since. I haven't heard her say it since. But you could have it though. It don't hit the same. And I was trying to be like my own little originality to my space here. So if somebody else starts doing it, it takes away from that. So you can have it. I don't want to say, and if it depends on who it was, I'd probably still keep saying it. But I don't want to say the same thing that she says. Especially when I started it. Then some of y'all gonna get confused and think it came from her. It was mine. It's not like we get along. So why would you want to say the same thing that I say? It's because you're a thief and you just can't help yourself. I mean, you can though. You can have control, but because you're a thief, you just give in to those thieving urges. That's what I'm saying. She said, I know, got bamboozled, ran astray, let him up. However they say it. She said, B Page. She said, good morning, Kiss. Gets to kiss the ring and chat. Good morning, B Page. Welcome, welcome. I supported several people. That's how I started. There's a whole lot of twists and turns that happen in this sector. I mean, because if we keep it 1,000, I started off on Teresa's page, like I think everybody did. But some of the stuff that was happening, it was kind of questionable. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of questionable. And then Roz started talking about some things, and then I started listening to Roz. And so it's a whole lot of twists and turns that have happened in this sector, I think, with everybody. And it's funny because with the whole trees thing, this probably gonna be some original thing because I haven't said it because of how people respond to it, and they're probably still gonna respond that way. This time, the point is this time I guess I don't care so much. You know what I'm saying? But like with Treese, I was I think I was around very early on. Like she wasn't even calling herself comedian back then, and she would go to food trucks and get food. And I think she was a real early one to discover what you can get out of social media. Before even a Peach McIntyre had figured out that milk and honey, Treese was on it. And she wasn't braggadocious about what she was receiving, which was smart of her because that gave her early access to the benefits of it without all the people running because she exposed that she was making money. Now, later, she did say she became a millionaire off of doing it. I don't know if she sustained that millionaire status, but I saw her recently at that house that she bought, and we know the only thing she was doing was, well, I was gonna say the only thing she's doing with social media, but no, she started a store. She went from being a lady on government assistance with all her children to losing her children and sleeping on her grandmother's floor, and from pillow to post to the grandmother's floor, to getting the kids back, to buying a home, to doing a bunch of stuff, and all of this from social media earnings, to opening a store, to doing a lot of stuff. And so she really, really got to the bag. And I continued to watch her from the beginning until now. Um, but I was gonna say, I'll say that and then I'll read the comments. I watched her the entire time, but I was one of the early people on, and I remember at some point in time, if you would drop down in her comment section and you're not donating to her, she'll be like, "So and so, why are you here?" So what happened was her friends list, they hadn't made it to where you have the followers on like a regular page, and her friends list had maxed out, and I guess she had a bunch of requests and everything like that. And then people would drop down in her chat and she'll be like, "Oh, you're not sending me anything." And oh, you got to go. Everybody was a demon that didn't agree with her. But even if you were in agreement or if you agree with somebody else, demon, and she deleting them. But even if you were agreeing with something she said or agreeing with somebody else that agreed, if she noticed the name and you are not a name that sent money, she was like, "Oh, you got to go." I said, "Oh, wait." And then at some point they switched it to where you can have, I think you can have friends and followers. I don't really do Facebook like that. But back then, somehow you could get followers. So you could turn around and you could follow her. So you got a maxed out friends list. You start another page. But then you can have followers. Then she started a group where people can pay to be a part of the group. But she was making money though. She was making money. But a lot of stuff that she showed, maybe she shouldn't have showed, or, you know, that's a whole other conversation because there was a lot going on there. But anyway, this girl, she wishes that she would have been smart enough to be like Treese. Because let's be real, when with Treese with those money things that she used to do, I used to watch her, but I didn't believe her. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't believe. Let me see what time it is. I'm gonna talk for a minute, and then I got something else I need to do real quick. I didn't believe her. She'll be like, everybody to what was the name of the game? It was a game where everybody send in money, and then the money that she received, she do some like picking, and then okay, this person won, or she'll be like, everything she received, she was gonna send the money out, and then when she get the money, she say, "Oh, so and so won, so and so won." Then some people were starting to pop out and be like, "She ain't gave nobody no money." They were saying like, "Where the people at? Let somebody speak up that really won to prove that she is sending the money out. Oh, it's this person or is it her?" That's where Buckets got some of her ideas from, but she just wasn't as good at it as Treese, because Treese managed to continue to get people to send the money and then do what she was doing. And then from time to time she would actually give a real winner money, cuz that's what a lot of scammers do. They do have to have real people with real stories to say what they're doing to kind of back them up, to make it look real to you, even though the majority of what they took in they probably kept for themselves. But Buckets is too selfish, greedy, and ignorant, and I don't know. She doesn't read the room very well, and a whole bunch of other things I say. So she could never pull off something like that. But I'm just saying, like Tree, she was entertaining for a minute, but when she started bringing the kids in, it things went differently. But she still came out with something though. Like Tree said to Peach, she was right about Peach though. Peach could talk about all the millions that she done made, and she has nothing to show for it. Buckets collects all that money. She went on that live today and showed, or yesterday, whatever it was. I saw it this morning. And she showed the current earnings, where she's at 3,500 right now. And guess what? That's right, the struggle game. Yes, yeah, yeah, that was it. That was it, the struggle game. $3,500. And guess what? She's not going to have anything to show for it. She's still going to have a bald mouth. She's still going to be sleeping on her daughter's couch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm getting too far behind. Let me look at the chat. Did I miss somebody? B Page said, you know, at this point, I think this woman have a mental problem. And her day is coming. She is obsessed with Roz. Exactly. I agree. I really do. I think she has a mental problem. And if she doesn't have a diagnosis, she deserves one. Totally and completely obsessed with Roz and a bunch of other people, honestly. Because what is her fixation on Mrs. Carver? And she's always had a fixation on Mrs. Carver. This ain't new. It's something about Mrs. Carver. She just cannot stand. It's something. It's something, something. Does she want to be her or something? She want to be like her when she grow up? What is the deal? I don't know what it is. She always talking about somebody hate the way somebody loves somebody. Maybe she hate the way people love Mrs. Carver. She jealous. Jealous and envious all at the same time. She's definitely jealous of Roz. And I think she's jealous of Treats while you playing. Convo speaking to B Page. B Page said, yes, she did, but she was not educated about how to spend that money. And it went quick. Yes, yes, B Page. With LA and the all that money. Yes. And you know what though? I will give her some, I guess, grace, maybe is for lack of a better word. When people talk about how she did with her money, think about it. Financial education, financial literacy isn't something that's necessarily taught in an urban area public school system, right? So a lot of people leave out of there and they have minimal knowledge. So if they quickly touch that much money, maybe they don't know what to do with it. And then add in, if you've come from a struggle sort of lifestyle, it could go fast. It's, ooh, I can get this. Ooh, I can do that. Ooh, I can do that. So, I think a lot of people might have done the same thing. And I think some people might have done worse, because guess what? She has something to show for it. Now I was starting to wonder if she still has that house in Georgia. She said she did, but I hadn't seen it lately, and she wasn't really talking too much about it. So I mean, I don't watch her nearly as much as I used to. I only tap in from time to time, and I may not even get through a whole live because I don't know what she be talking about. I don't want to hear it most of the time. But when I would listen here and there, I wasn't hearing any mention of the house, and so, but I watched part of a live the other day, and clicked on it because you know how they do, they update the little screen from time to time so you can kind of see whatever as the live goes on. And I was like, that looked like the background of her house. So I clicked on it and I was like, oh, she is literally sitting at her house right now. She's sitting outside of her house. Okay, so she still has a house. That's good. So even though she kind of ran through the money or whatever, because she wasn't used to that type of money, she did do something and have something to show for it. She can say that she was a small business owner. You know what I'm saying? She can say that she did things to try to make the money grow outside of just social media. Peach. Hello, Peach. Peach. Hello. Peach, where are you? Peach. Peach. And Peach down there in Florida, when she was touching all that money, well, okay, I was gonna say she could have got some land for cheap, but Florida is not cheap. Please don't sleep on Florida. I don't know. And Tampa, I was gonna say I don't know about Tampa, but I do know about Tampa. Don't sleep on Florida real estate. Florida real estate hits. Okay. So if you think you're gonna be like you was in some other states when she started touching that money, Peach that is, and then she thought she was gonna stay in the same area and get something for the low, good luck with that. But the amount of money that she touched, she still could have bought something. She could have had her something on the water. You know what I'm saying? She could have had something big enough that she could have put something else on it for all them kids when they get older and to rent it out in the meantime to make money or something. She could have bought more than one property with the amount of money she was bringing in and cashed them the hell out. She still, I bet she probably could have with the amount of money that she say she was touching. But instead, she rather go make the casino rich and do stupid shit like pay 30 plus $1,000 in child support or cash out trucks for a cheating AN. I wish you would. You guys, you want to cheat, you're going to put one foot in front of the other. You want to cheat, you want to have her send your ass a lift. You want to cheat, she better pick you up. Ain't no way you putting him in wheels, brand new wheels, and he a cheater. Yeah, you crazy. A lot of stuff she could have done with money. Hell, she could have bought some damn trailers, set up her a damn trailer park or something. You know what I mean? Had a place for her and him and all the kids, and then when the oldest ones get old enough, later they had their own place. In the meantime, rent them out. She had options, but she tricked it off. But LA seems to have been a little smarter with hers, even if she didn't have as much knowledge to do better with it. You know. Uh, B-Pay said she blocked me a couple of times. Oh, you was telling her the truth? She don't say what she wants you to say. She was gonna she was definitely was gonna block you. She was definitely gonna block you. I remember she told me one time over there on Facebook, she was like, whatever she was saying, I was like, whenever I didn't agree, I was just like, don't say anything because she always calling people demons. So somebody had said something and they agree, and it was something I agreed with, and I dropped down in the chat. And I said agree. I don't think I said 100. I don't think they was using 100 the way they using now, like back then in the chat or whatever. And she looked down and she said, "Oh, somebody's still on my friends list that's not a contributor." You always in the chat and you ain't gave me nothing. She said, I gotta go back and clean up my friends list. I said, oh, I guess she about to delete me. Like she always talk about she gonna delete everybody else. I said, I guess she about to delete me. Logged on the next day, I wasn't deleted. Logged on the next day, I wasn't deleted. Logged on every now and then whenever I log on, maybe like a week or so, maybe a couple of weeks went by. And at some point I said, wait a minute. I said, damn, every time I log on, her stuff was at the top. I said, I ain't seen her stuff in a minute. And I went over to her page and she had took me off that damn. I said, damn it, I should have stayed in the bushes. As soon as I said something, she was like, oh, you ain't sent somebody on my friends list that they sent me no money. Oh no. I guess her friends list was for her supporters. People were sending her money. Hey, that's one of the ways she came up. All that money people were sending. You ain't send me nothing. No, I didn't. I never sent her a red nickel, not a half of a cent, nothing. Never ever did I ever send money her way. I didn't. I ain't gonna say I did, but I should have kept my butt in the bushes. I was in the chat talking to people until she started going all the time like, oh, you don't send me anything. You got to go. You got to go. That's when I got quiet. I just would be in the bushes watching. And then that particular day, she said, somebody on my friends, you have never sent me anything. Oh, you gotta go. She called out my name in the chat, and I was like, damn, I should have stayed in the bushes. But she didn't do it immediately. I like log on. I'm like, oh, I guess she didn't delete me. Okay. I knew she was talking to me because she called my name, unlike her cowardly wannabe buckets who just scared to call people's names. Now she'll say something that makes you identify who the person is sometimes. Now. But especially at the beginning and most of these years, she will not. You can put clues together to know who she's talking about, but she wasn't gonna be that specific because she's a coward. But LA, she literally would call your name on the screen. So you know exactly who she's talking about. And she's like, oh, you haven't sent me anything. She's like, you gotta go. And I was like, damn it, I should have stayed in the bushes. Few days went by. I said, oh, maybe she's not gonna do it. I said, okay, cool. And then because I was just watching the show at that point. Yes, I want to stay on the friends list. I want to watch the show. And you know, so then she deleted me, but then she started another page. And then I went over there, and then I was on the friends list over there, and then the follow button popped up, and then I went and followed the first page because I just wanted to see what was going on. To get my numbers up on YouTube. So everybody go follow my YouTube page. So I went and followed the YouTube. But when she first started her YouTube, she wasn't really doing a whole lot on YouTube. She could have made a whole lot more money too. YouTube was different. And them people back then, they said they was making a whole lot more money than they do now on YouTube. If she would have did both of them back then, she would have cashed out. And then at some point in time, it's like you didn't even really have to watch everything because it was a something called, I was looking for it the other day. It was called Something's Records. It was a troll page. And what they did was they would take the highlights of her lives and put it together. I still want to know who was behind that. The highlights of her lives and put it together. And if you went and watched her live, and if you went and watched her lives on Facebook, and if you went and watched her lives on watch the something other records on YouTube, you would really see that they did a great job of pulling really wanted to see out, and the rest of it was just fluff anyway. And then on top of it, you could watch it at fast speed. So that was cool. But I don't think that page exists anymore either. But let me see. Let me see. Yeah, she was a mess though. Classy lady in the building. Good morning, classy lady. Be Page speaking. Reminding you up struggle game. Maydell in the building. What's today? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Yo, yo, that girl in the building. Hey, yo, yo, boo. She said, good morning, Kiss and Chat. She said, have a terrific Tuesday. Blessings. Thank you so much. Blessings to you, beautiful. B Page said, does Miss CC hold her own? That lady is a fighter and is. She just be going so hard. Her again, it's something with the elderly because when Miss V was out here, Miss V, listen, Miss V was not playing. And she was on Miss V so heavy too. Like, why you got such a problem with the older ladies? You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't get along with anybody, but it's something to it. It's really something to it. I gotta send her this thing. Let me see. It is. It's sad. It's sad. Move on. Damn. Every time she get rejected and pushed away, she just want to cling. Go away. Aren't you embarrassed? When somebody ain't bothering you, they don't want to be bothered with you. Go away. Damn. It's like the stalker. Like you can't leave people alone that want to be left alone. Get on. Take your butt on. Read darn ridiculous. What does it say? Finish setting up. No, I didn't want you to change it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I gotta send this real quick. Excuse me. She said, "Oh, y'all speaking some more." B Page said, "Yes, she be like demons. Get out my chat." Everybody is a demon. All you got to do is disagree with her. You a demon, demon, demon. It's funny because even when they reported her children, when she had lost the children, temporary custody of the children, and she was trying to pinpoint specifically who reported her. Some demons reported her, and but she said it was an older white man that had reported her to DFAX, I think they call it, and she had temporarily lost custody of the children because she threw the little girl Serenity and a dog. And of course, the dog got four legs, so the dog landed like boom. It still was a little dangerous. And then she threw the little girl. And I honestly, I am just being for real. I don't really think that she was trying to hurt anybody. I don't. I don't think she would have done it if she thought that it was going to be harmful. But it was kind of dangerous, and I don't know how you cannot see that. But she probably had other reports and stuff on her because of the fact that I say that because of the fact they took the kids. And that situation, if you look back at what happened with her and her oldest son, I think she never got over. You know what? I was gonna go there, but I'm not because the stuff that he accused her of, he was younger when that happened. And the stuff that she threw at him was kind of crazy because she was accusing him of trying to be against her or set her up when he was too small to even know any better. Him talking to the police and he's small, he don't know no better. An adult can manipulate a child, or the child don't really understand the implications in the situation. So she's a mess. But at the end of the day, Buckets wish she could be like her and just touch that amount of money. It's never gonna happen. Is my live still going? Are y'all here? Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Oh, you can? You're right. He was young. Exactly. So she got some mental issues too. But I think she is different than Buckets. I think Buckets might know, but I think that Treese knows what hers are. She been in enough situations where they tell you that kind of stuff. So, mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay, y'all, okay, y'all can hear me. Thank you. Thank y'all for that. Thanks. Appreciate it. Cause yesterday I told you I went live 12 different times. And I didn't leave most of them up. There's like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Not very long because it just kept cutting off. One of them is a minute and 30 seconds. And every time my screen was good, it looked like I was good. I'm steady talking and didn't get it out. So I'm doing this right now. I'm getting ready to see if I can send this first email while I'm doing this. And then the next one, that I gotta do. I ain't gonna be able to do it at the same time, but I just wanted to come on here for a minute. And then when I come back later, I'm gonna do music. And I wanted to do my AS call it, my yeah, ASI content that I did yesterday. except you didn't hear it because the thing kept cutting off on me. But I'm not sure if I'll get to it today or not. But yeah, Buckets is a whole hot mess. B-Pay said Buckets is 10 times worse than her. She a thief and a scammer. Exactly. Exactly. LA was in the streets trying to get the money, but she was doing some stuff where it's different than if you are a thief. You know what I'm saying? Versus being out in the streets doing stuff that you know gonna get you caught up. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Okay, there we go. Cause I'm like, what is happening over here? Over here, over there. I'm looking for something real quick. Real quick. Oh. Oh, I guess she did. Oh wow. This girl then, you see, I told y'all, she just trying to run it up. She did another one. She did a live a couple hours after the one I was reacting to yesterday. Keep your mofo conductor up, you dusty bitch. That's mine. Keep showing everybody you a thief. How many people you gonna steal from before you stop? It says, um, 3 hours. Wait, 3 hours after she ended the day, she did another one. And then the one that she did, she kept turning the camera on, showing her son's the place that she's at that her sons are renting, as if it's a flex. Let me know that those young men bought a house at their age. Let me know that you taught your sons so well that those three young men have put their money where their mouth is and they are helping to purchase that home. Okay? Show me that. Do not show me them renting a house with a bunch of furniture that they may not have anything to do with it if they move or something happens. That's not a flex. What the hell? What is this? Okay. So I'm back to talk about bookish, y'all. So she pulled up her screen and she showed her estimated revenue. Now, mind you, a lot of times she'll tell you what it is, but she won't show it. That's because she be lying. So she bragging that she got a estimated revenue of $3,500. Ooh, that's very clear. Crystal clear is what it is. Let me do this. 3,500, she said. 4,000 views on one of the videos. But guess what though? She's always talking about what people do and don't have as far as views are concerned. I know how they break it down, but in the time frame that she got the 4,000 views, the previous video in the same time frame got 311, and the one before that got 118. Now I know if you look at it, it might be a higher number because they talking about for the week, but your stuff ain't still running. It fizzles. It fizzles. It fizzles. I feel like the people should feel some type of way. She got that much coming and she don't ever do anything for you. She got that. I wouldn't care if she never gave anything. Somebody got that much of y'all money, not including the cash apps and the side money, and they still talking to you through one tooth, through an empty mouth, through being busted and disgusted, through living from pillow to post, through taking from the people around her and not giving, which are her children. And they don't feel no kind of way. And of course, she turned the camera on and walked around the house and showed off the house. And she gonna say the house that she decorated. But guess what? It wasn't her money, and it was basic. Did anybody see it? Floor with a couch with it looked like a vase where you put them tall little crinkly things in them. First of all, those things don't cost that much. Second of all, everything was so basic. Basic. It was extra basic, just regular. And for some bachelors, some young men, if they did that, which they probably did, fine, they're young men. But if she did it and she's acting like it's a flex, it's not. It was super basic. Then she goes and shows her son's car again, talking about it's about to be back up on the road. But you showing how much money you making. So how come you didn't get his all his stuff together so that he can come out of Mickey Mouse summer camp where boys play with boys and be instantly on the road? And why you hanging out in their faces instead of letting those young men be young men? They can't even bring no girls over and chill with them because mama all up in the Kool-Aid. And she's so up in the Kool-Aid that she done went to be in their Kool-Aid and left Patches behind. She done left Patches behind. She say Patches ain't with her. Mm-mm-mm. Is she talking about? She said something about. I think she said something about Miss Carver milking something. Seemed like she the one who need to milk something. She need to be the one to do it. Seemed to me like it should be her. It don't seem like there's no touching or petting going on. And she talked about on that last one that she did, the live that I was reacting to. She said that she had put her ads on aggressive. I think she been putting her ads on aggressive. If you ask me, let me tell you something. I the way those ads was coming up, the previous reaction, the way those ads was coming up, I said she got those ads on aggressive. So I found me a workaround. That's all I'm gonna say. If you noticed my reaction yesterday, you didn't hear me mention not a single commercial, did you? I found a workaround. Aggressive smishmesha. Not a single ad. Okay. Greedy. I think that she puts all her stuff on aggressive. I honestly do. I think she puts all her stuff on aggressive because when I was reacting, every time I blink my eye, here come a damn ad. Two, three of them. You can't even skip. I was like, nah, bro, you doing too much. I know how to fix you. I know how to fix you. That's what we gonna do. We're gonna react to you without all these ads. Problem solved. It's funny because I actually came out here to talk about Velvet. I came out here to talk about Velvet from the cult, but I guess I'll save it at this point for another live. Oh, I'm actually go. I'm looking at the time. I was gonna just keep going until I go to physical therapy, but I got three things that I need to do, and I will do them so much faster if I. What time did I write this down? I said. Time did I do? Okay, cool. Okay, so I have a little bit more time than I thought, but what I'm still gonna do, I'm gonna do probably about an hour on here, and then I'm gonna get off of here and take care of the things that I need to take care of. I was going to send the email while I was on here, but I'm really tired and I don't feel like it. So I'm going to procrastinate about another 15 minutes while I do this. And then I'm going to send the email. It's like, it's not even like it's just a simple, I mean, it's not that hard, but I can't just send it. I got to scan stuff and all this other. I don't feel like doing it, but I do. I have to scan stuff and I need to organize some paperwork anyway. So while I'm out pulling this out to scan it, I might as well just organize it and put it away. And I gotta organize some stuff in my damn planner because I told you about all these appointments and what I was talking about when I came on earlier. I had to double check about an appointment. So I was like, got my list of appointments from her, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in my planner, which I'm gonna start taking my planner into my appointments with me. So she had said that she was gonna give me a printout with all my appointments on it. So I only put 1 week worth of appointments in my phone. And then I thought that the stack of paper she gave me would have had the printout in it. But when I went looking for it this morning, it wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just do my next 15 minutes and then I'm going to wrap up and I'm going to get my planner updated and note to self, stick my planner in my purse whenever I go into an appointment. And then from there on out, I don't have to be calling these people about appointments. But anyway, there is that. So yeah, y'all. Early morning chat, little this, a little that. I do early morning lives, and I just sort of freestyle it. It's whatever. When I first got up, I saw that Buckets had done that little 30-minute live 3 hours after she ended the other live, the 3 hour live yesterday. Um, and so I listened to it, and then I did my early morning vibe. And I'm telling y'all, last time and this time, I was actually planning to talk about Velvet Marquez from the Nature Boy cult. Nature Boy's now ex-wife. I was going to talk about her situation. And then somehow it sort of flowed into Buckets because I was at some point going to talk about Buckets, but I was thinking about doing that on Car Chronicles, about the live that she had done yesterday. So maybe I would say I'll flip the order, but I'm not really sure that I'm gonna do Car Chronicles on the way to PT. I can't say that I am. So yeah. So we'll see. And I'm kind of tired. I woke up in my normal early time and then I took me another nap. I took a nap, then I got up and took a shower. Then I went live and then I was doing what I was doing and now I'm back. So anyway, y'all, so oh wait. I got more on Bucket. She got a live scheduled for the middle of the day. If the live is still up when I have time, I will do a live reaction. I can guarantee you it's not going to be today because it takes so long. They be taking so long that I'm not going to do it today. And if she leaves it up, then I will come back and do it. But if not, I might not. And I still didn't get a chance to listen to the rest of that other live. So I don't know what those panelists was talking about. And I might just do it my other way where I listen and just take notes or whatever and come back and do it that way. But it's not gonna be today and it's not gonna be tomorrow. And she likes the members only things or private things or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Y'all might see it before me. uh 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 uh. Wait. I tell you what. Mm, mm, mm. This is what I want to know, right? So I'm thinking back about her showing her estimated earnings. And I was talking about how LA, she once she became a millionaire, she talked about it because she probably was just happy, proud, and surprised all at the same time. But she wasn't really talking about her money before then. And I just think that it's weird to talk about your money or show your money. I couldn't imagine showing my screen showing how much my estimated earnings are. Who does that? Who walks around talking about their money? Well, some people do though. Who said something about six figures? Oh, Bucket said her son is touching six figures. Some people do walk around talk about their money because I do ASI content over here all the time, and part of my reaction yesterday was talk about how the little Mr. Man over there talk about he been touching six figures since he was 23 years old. Shut your face. And who walks around talking about their money like that? And don't nobody show their money. That's another level. I don't know. Would you show your money if you are if you were to become a content creator? Let's say it as if it's just, that audience, or if you are one, could you ever see yourself showing your estimated earnings? I think she can't believe it herself. She like, oh, I can make that much. I'm telling y'all, she's gonna try to outdo what she thinks Roz is receiving. I told y'all that yesterday. That's my opinion. And for her to turn around after I said that and show that screen tells me that I'm onto something. She is going to try to outdo her. That's probably why she just gonna keep coming back to back to back. She gonna repeat herself and spit her hot breath on the screen, saying the same old, calling out names, trying to fight with whoever will fight with her, just trying to run it up so that when it's all said and done, she can come and show her earnings, which isn't gonna be the full thing. Um, to try to show that she outdid Majane and Day Day. That's what I think. And that's pretty ridiculous. And if she doesn't show it, she'll verbally say that she did. That is just my prediction. I don't know how y'all feel, if y'all agree, if you think the same, you know? Wait, this doesn't show those comments, but this one does. Is it still? I thought I saw ones or whatever, but the side I'm on, it's not showing. Oh, the comments ain't coming up, but y'all can hear me though. Okay. I opened up the screen that I usually open to see the comments a little easier. Y'all comments is not showing up, but I guess y'all can still hear me, so I keep going. But they not showing up. If I was only live on my phone, which I am, the comments are not showing up. The new comments. And I pulled over my other device. Um I am now, Gamma, cause see I was on my phone and I was looking at my phone and the comments haven't moved. But I picked up my other device because I could see the comments a little easier on this screen. And that's when I noticed there's a lot more comments there. So I wasn't seeing them. Last one I saw was yes after number one. But now on this screen, I see it. So B Page said buckets is oh, I think I read that one. That was the last one I saw. B Page said they renting um through the school funds. Right. But she bragging though. She bragging. You feel me? Classic Lady said, "What did she say about me being in the hospital? You started saying something, but no, I said what she said. I literally said what she said. I actually repeated her verbatim. So that wasn't me. That's the way she talks. She was saying that she was saying there's people on the Rise Squad that goes live from the hospital. And she was saying that you one of them, like in and out the hospital going live. And she was saying that y'all shouldn't be, basically. She said it's only Rise and her Rise Squad that be doing that in the hospital doing lives. And I'm like, but Honda does that. Honda does it. But I felt like the stuff that she was saying was like shade. She was shading Honda. She does it all the time. She knows doggone well that Honda goes live in the hospital. She's saying, yeah, so that's what it was. But it's like, but you going live any and everywhere. I don't know. She tried to say there's only well, she didn't try. She actually said it was only Rise and people that support Rise that does that. She actually said a few things about you, but I made it a point to like repeat what she was saying because I'm like, just in case you don't hear her. Valentine baby, good morning, good morning. Welcome in. Hey, hey, hey. Classy Lady said, Mickey Mouse Playhouse. Yep, where boys play with boys. No girls allowed. Boys rule, girls drool. They play tag. They play touch and go. They play stick and move. Ooh, ooh. Renee Jones in the building. Hey, Renee, welcome in. Let me back to saw that Gamma said. She said, "Kiss, I thought I had you running last night." She said, and I woke up to a dead battery on that device. She said, I don't know how far it got. She said, but I'll run it again tonight. Oh, thank you so much, Gamma. I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure, for sure. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'll get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just patient. It is what it is. I got a goal in mind. I just sometimes I don't like to say it because I feel I see people reacting or whatever. Like some people really do be. I want to focus on that. So I just decided once I meet my goal, I definitely got a couple things to say. You know, I'm gonna be grateful and all of that, and I'm gonna do some recognition or whatever, you know, and then I would say a giveaway or whatever. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. But I want to celebrate, and I want to celebrate by giving back. So I'm and I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Gamma said I would never. You see what I'm saying? I like why? You know what I mean? And what she got to prove? You don't have anything else. Yeah, I mean, and should I go there? $3,500. If let's say if she only made 3,500 in a month, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go. I don't want to sound pretentious. I don't want to sound pretentious. Everybody's situation is different. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Gamma, she said, I don't know. Okay, that's the one she said. That's when I look back at the screen. Um, Classy Lady said she was shading me too because we have had what? Oh, oh, y'all had words before. Oh, cause she said unclassy lady. Oh, she said I try not to listen to her at all. That's why I was asking. Do you belong on the list, classy lady? You belong on. It sound like you belong on the list. Damn, she definitely about to be in the 60s. Over 60 people that she done fell out with on this app. That is a mess. That's why she kept this one unclassy lady, and she was talking about having like I looked at her yesterday. This was yesterday, so she was talking about 2 days ago. She said she looked in um and saw that you had 8 people in the chat and was just talking away, and I was like something along those lines. She definitely said 8, and she's like she 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 was saying that y'all small, like you don't grow or something, and I'm like, did she just started? But she made it seem like you've been out here for a while. That's how she made it seem like you've been out here for a while, and you only had 8 people in the chat, she said. And I'm like, first of all, one person is more than enough. 8 people, especially 8 consistent people, is really good. Second of all, she lied. You haven't been out here for years. You know what I'm saying? But she is a liar. And she'll get to a point where those numbers go down. All those views that she got is because of the stuff she was saying. Her views don't be viewing the way that they used to. And if she continues to fall out with people, it'll go down. She only getting the amount of views she getting right now, I think, because of the reactions and people wanting to see for themselves. But she's repetitive. And if she keep doing that, it's over. And she's just looking for somebody to fight with because she don't have Roz to fight with, but she trying to ride the Roz, whatever she got out of it, she trying to ride it out. But if she don't figure something else out, it's over for her. Why she trying to talk about somebody talking to a screen with 8 people? And she said she looked, because she'll delete it and she'll come back and lie and say somebody told her. No, that's not what she said yesterday. She said she looked. That's what she said. Yama said, Kiss, you getting your I updated it. I posted it on my community wall, the updated Fallout list with buckets. It's an updated list. The updated list is currently at 55, and I got several names that I still need to add to it. So that's going to take it to 60. And then I still have a few people that I have to ask them if they feel like they belong on the list. She's easily over 60 at this point. What time is it? Okay, okay. So I gotta wrap. I gotta wrap. She said, thank you. Yama said, oh, she said, I talked to one person, period. Cause you know what? Cause they're there. Why would you turn away a supporter? I will too. Although sometimes I will kind of, especially if it's shut down on me and I think it's coming back up, I will stall it out a little bit to see if anybody coming in or whatever. But I try not to wait too long and I get to talking. That's why sometimes I just have a little warm it up, little conversation because I in there waiting, you know what I mean, for 5 minutes or something like that. And then if the notifications go out, they do. If they do, if I got to repeat something, people up to speed, I do. Little summary. That's fine. But what is she talking about? And she started from somewhere because I remember the last time I was out here, she was always talking about whenever somebody was new, she was always talking about work for free, just like Kia was saying. Kia was just feeding her what she used to say. I don't work for free. I never do this for free. She always trying to discourage somebody. All that hatred is gonna come back to her. All that negativity is gonna come back to her. What do you mean you won't work for free? Everybody got to start from somewhere. Everybody got to start from somewhere. You do not get paid on any of these apps when you first come out. Look how much Facebook and she continued to do, begging. It looks like she finally got the number that you need, the magic number to get paid. I don't know how much she making because it's not so easy over there. But she kept doing it, didn't she? But when somebody else got small numbers, she wanted to Jones them. She didn't I mean, she did pop out here with a pretty decent following, but that's because she used somebody else. She went and been Molly the maid for LA. Then she went over to Roz to make herself be seen and be known like she accuses other people of doing, including myself, which is not true because I never attached myself to anyone. That's what she did. But she attached herself to Roz so she can be seen and be known. Roz had a huge following, so she wanted to attach herself to a host source because she's a leech. Then, when Roz told her to get on, you thieving leech, go on, or however she told her, right? Get away from me. Go that way. Not you again. Go that way. Okay. Um, what did she do? Popped up on You Gonna Learn Today's panel. I didn't hear her. It sounded like it was a spontaneous hit the panel. So did she talk to her and ask her? That has never been said that she did. But she went, hey, I got a new page, and my new page is such and such. TMN. I know it's a punk butt name. And I'm just letting y'all know that I'm a scary coward, but that's my name. And what she said, so y'all go follow me. So that's how she got herself out there. But then she turned around when she did that live and dirty delete on me. She accused me of popping up and putting myself out there so that I can get people to go follow me from others. But where did I pop on anybody's panel and do that? Because I didn't. Where did I pop in anybody's chat and say, hey, I hit my actual button and made a video? It's posted because you have to start off doing videos. You can't do lives. And there were no shorts. I didn't. I just showed up the same way that I always showed up. And I just so happened to have a page and a couple of people had seen me. But she accused me of that, but I didn't do that. She did it. Um, and then there would be people that would, some of the content creators, when I was in their chat, then they'll be like, wait, you got a page now, don't you? Oh yeah, y'all go check her out and shout me out. It was a few people that did that. Miss V was on me heavy. Y'all go check her out. Y'all go check her out. Y'all go check her out. Stuff like that. Some people that supported me. And even since I've been back, you know, I didn't come back and go, hey, y'all, I'm back with a page. I just popped up in chats like, hey, or whatever, just speaking. And when they, if they people found out I had a page, they just been supporting me. But I've always been supportive. You know what I'm saying? But she accused me of that. But that's how she got herself out there. And she just likes to project. And when she first came out, she had a better number than, like, what you would have had people had to get to know her versus her poaching from others. She absolutely poached from other content creators. But even with that being still, she still didn't have the numbers compared to the heavy hitters that were out here heavy hitting at the time. Her numbers weren't like that. But so now she always got something to say about somebody that's smaller. She sound crazy. Cause I think that the smaller people with the smaller numbers in the chat, the people that are there appreciate being there, and it's fine. So why is it her business? She always talk about somebody counting somebody money. Why is she counting people's subscribers or who's in somebody's chat or watching they live while they live? See, in her mind, the rules don't apply to her. Let me see. Let me see. Mocha in the building. Hey, Mocha. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Gamma speaking. Classy lady said, Gamma, me too. She said, I don't care. At least they took the time to watch. Right, classy lady. Right. Everybody counts. Everybody counts. I know last time I was out here, she used to Jones me all the time. I don't know. She just had a problem with me. Damn near from the moment she found out I was out here, she was taking little slick shots and shit. Like, bitch, what is your problem? I didn't even know we had beef like that. She was on my head from day one. I'm not even playing with you. She was always sneak dissing and taking little shots and shit. I said, what the hell is wrong with this heifer? What is wrong with you? Over there talking and got 25 people in the chat. And I'm like, I watched everybody's stuff. I was the only one with 25 in the chat. Oh, she talk about me, and then when somebody say my name, she like, who, like an owl bit. Okay, let me not go there. So she's like, yeah. And then and my numbers had grown. And then I was having like I remember when I got over 50, I was so excited. And then I got over 100. I was so excited. I went live one day and the people piled in quick as hell. Next thing I know, I was like 200. I was like, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. The chat was going so fast I couldn't even keep. I was like, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. I was on there so long because I was trying to like call everybody's message out or whatever. And I was like, ooh, this is so exciting. And then after that, then the next time I went live, she went live at the same time. And I'll set my notification. And then as soon as the time was I was supposed to go live, she'll go live at the same time. And then I started switching it around. But I'm not doing that anymore. Even this time, I don't care. People can go live whenever they want to. I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do if I plan to do it. But then I was sort of bopping around trying to make it work because what would happen was she'll go live and my number dropped from my number had went up and I was over, like, I want to say I was like over 100 at that point in time, and all of a sudden everybody was gone. And I said, damn, where they at? So I finished my live or whatever. I kind of cut it short a little bit, I just said whatever I had to say. And then I was like, I wanted to wrap it because I'm like, something must be going on. What's going on? And that's when I went over there and I realized that she was live. She did it the next time she did it. I went live, everybody came in, then all of a sudden it dropped. It dropped. And so I went and grabbed another device and I went and looked and she was live. And you know what she did? She had said, "Oh y'all," she said, "Oh, I got a surprise for y'all. I got something to talk to y'all about." Cuz I went and I saw that she was live. So when I got off my live, I went and looked at her live and I realized what she had done. Oh, actually, I think that's the time when so she had the people left. I said she must have went live again. Then the people came back. Some of them came back. Some of them did not come back. I said, I wonder what she went live about, but I still kind of cut it short. They didn't know it. I just sort of wrapped up what I was saying. And I went and watched her live. She was like, "Oh yeah, y'all got an exciting announcement." And then she just word saladed them and circle talked a whole lot and kept them maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then she ended up saying that she was going to be selling t-shirts for her son for the game that she was getting everybody together to go to his first game and for everybody to show up wearing t-shirts for him. And she had already put that information out there, but she said she got more information about the t-shirts, but she didn't really get them any more information. She just wasted their time. So I was like, okay. And then the next time she did it, I said everybody left and more people came back faster. And I was like, huh, I wonder what her live was. She was in the car driving and she just was talking about nothing. She was just talking. Something that happened with her car, and it was the same old, same old, same old. I said, "Oh, they tired of her." But she had did that to Miss V before I was a content creator. I'm looking at in the comments in just a second, and then I got to wrap though. But she was when before I was a content creator, she had done the same thing to Miss V. I didn't know her and Miss V was having a problem. She did not make it plain until well after that. I was watching, I was I would see when she would go live. I would see when Miss V would go live. Miss V would had her set time. She had a set time a day that she went live every like I want to say Monday through Friday. She had the same time a day. So you could expect and predict when V was gonna go live. So I'm waiting on Miss V's live. Miss V is live. Her number of followers or people in the chat about the same. Everything's about the same. I guess. All I know is all of a sudden, no, it's not too much activity or whatever. And you look up and you go, damn, where'd everybody go? I say I want now I'm not a content creator at the time, mind you. And I'm like, I wonder where everybody went. So I go out of Miss V's live because I'm thinking something might be going on. And if it's something really, really happening, they might dirty delete or whatever. So I'm like, let me catch it, let me see what's going on. I noticed Buckets is live. I clicked on Buckets live and she just talking. And I'm like, what is she? I'm like, this ain't even no. I was thinking to myself, I thought her and Miss V was good. Why would she go live against Miss V? And she had just recently ended a live. Why would she go live against Miss V? So I went back over to Miss V because I was like, that was some bullshit. I'm going back over to Miss V. So I went back to Miss V. I was still in the chat. It was some of us still in chat. So she kept doing that to Miss V. And every time she'll do it, people would leave. When she would do it, I'd stay, but sometimes I'd go over there to see what is she saying? Is some drama or something happening? And then I just realized she was on bullshit. So she kept doing it, and I just say, forget it. I'm staying over here with Miss V. I don't care if it is drama going on. It's the principle that I can see that you're doing this intentionally and I'm not going to participate. But people would literally leave and go over to her and then the numbers would go down. Eventually, it was back up, and then she stopped, and then the whole thing happened with her and Miss V. But I was like, she went from Miss V being up next to her going live against Miss V just to hold the subscribers there until Miss V's chat is live is done, and then she's done, and that's all she was doing was pulling what I guess she saw as a power play. Not cool. Not cool. And then I became a content creator. And at some point, she pulled the same thing. And when she did it with me, I said to myself, this is the exact same thing she did with Miss V. And I'm sure there's some of y'all out there that have the same story. She probably did it to you. And don't get me wrong, like when I say did it, it's not a do it. Well, it is. That's kind of it is. It's her way. That's what she was doing, thinking she was powerful or pulling people. But then she wanted to turn around and say, like, oh, they talking. They got like 25 people in the chat when she said it about me. And I'm like, and I do. And guess what? I was giving my full commentary. Just like as if it was 100 or 200 or however many was in there. Because what am I going to not? And guess what? With those lives, when she would pull people, guess what happened? She never affected anything because people would still catch my replay. Say that they caught the replay, and my average numbers was still averaging out to what it would have been, whether they stayed in the live or whether they caught the replay. So that's when I was like, what am I caring about? I ain't take not nan loss. You dummy. All you did was shifted around their watch time. And you can see that some people are smarter where they like, damn, she keep pulling us away, but she ain't telling us nothing. Then she went over to Facebook and then she'll be like, I got a live set. And then she like, hey, meet me on Facebook at such and such time. And it was going against my time. And I was like, I don't actually care. I don't care. I really don't care. Anyway, let me look at the chat. She said, Chris Ashley in the building. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. She said, hey, Kiss and Chat. Happy Tuesday. Same to you. Gamma speaking to Chris. Chris speaking to Gamma. That lady is a mess. That's all. She is a mess. She said, oh, my golden number is between 5 to 10 people. She said, and I'm going to stay proud about it. Period. Period, Gamma. Come through. And listen, I don't know if we notice, cause I don't be noticing, cause it feel like it be feeling full to me. You feel me? It's good commentary. It's a ongoing conversation in the chat. It feel like a full house. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feel like. So if you ain't catching it, you're missing out. And she is missing out, understanding that um people are still doing well, whether they have hundreds or a few, you know? She doesn't get to decide what good looks like. And you got to start somewhere and you got to grow. And it just is what it is. And then what about those replays? Mhm. Exactly. 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 And now she concerned about subscribers, all that stuff she was talking about. Miss Carver talking about um she was talking about Miss Carver trying to get subscribers, and like she's trying to say people being fake, but and wanting Roz's former subscribers, and I'm like, because they being expressing sympathy, you know what I mean, donating to help with her the funds for the young ladies, for her daughters, with all of their current expenses, while they prepare to lay their mother to rest and all the things that they need money for life transition. And she's like saying people are being fake, but she just mad. It ain't nothing worse than, well, I ain't gonna say nothing worse, but what, you know, if you don't notice anything about certain people miserable people who do evil things, they don't ever want anybody to do anything good. They don't want it to be seen. They don't want it to stand out. They don't want any of that. They just want the negativity and the misery to stand. Think they just want people to shut up and just go along so they don't look as bad. Let me see. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, I was supposed to wrap this. I got like three things that I need to do. I spent a little bit, almost 30 extra minutes on here. So now I'm gonna have to rush. Now I'm gonna have to rush in this next hour to get my stuff done, which I believe that I can. But I'm gonna end this so that I can kind of move a little bit faster and get. And then I need to update my book, which I know I'm not gonna update. I am not gonna update it before I leave today, but Gamma, she said, I'm not interested in 200 people in the chat. She said, but only 25 are a perfect, but only 25 are a part of my community. She said, the math don't math for me and the community I'm trying to build. Period. Period. Roro in the building. Good morning, Roro Boo. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. I feel like what when you have more like when you have a smaller chat, it's easier to interact with everybody. When you have like a bigger chat, like I remember at one point when my chat was like bigger, I would be trying to interact with every chat message and talk to people, and sometimes I was on there extra hours because I was going to talk, I was going to acknowledge everybody and everything that they said, mostly I should say. And it would you'll be on there so much longer, and so I feel like when you have a big chat, which is cool, but you can't acknowledge everybody, you can't respond to everything because there's just not enough time. um and that's cool too, but I do enjoy being able to look at the comments and kind of acknowledge all of the comments and talk, you know what I'm saying, almost like you're conversing with the people that's watching. I like that. So she might not like that because she don't care. She got something to say. She want to scream and yell at the phone for hours and hours on end, and occasionally call out a chat message from somebody that sends her money because other people aren't seen. Kind of deal. And so yeah, but anyway, y'all, I could keep talking, but I really need to wrap this up before I mess around and take myself from being good where I had plenty of time to running late. So let me go. And I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank y'all for coming in. And I am going to get up out of here and I'm going to catch y'all on the rebound. Classy lady, I'll go and find, I don't know if you want to hear her exactly, but I'll go back and look at my thing and I can come back and give you a I give you the time marker if you want to hear for yourself. She mentioned you a couple of times, but I'm talking about that part about you being in the hospital. I'll see if I can't do that because I can go back and check that while I'm at physical therapy, and then I'll figure out like when that was. And then I have to listen back to see did I switch up on talking about it? Because I'll tell y'all one thing. I thought I repeated everything she said, but let me tell you this though. Because of the way she talks sometimes, it can throw you off because she'll be like, yeah, because so and so, and and then when we and then she'll say the rest, and and then those people, because you, and we, and then she'll say the rest some more, and then she'll be like, and say a bunch of whole filler words. Just say it. And when I'm listening, sometimes it does lose me. Cause I'll be like, damn it, can you just say a sentence? Stand 10 toes on it and say what you gotta say. And it's and all right, and they in the hospital, and they and all that shit. It's like, what the fuck? By the time she get to the end, you almost don't even catch it sometimes. Like, damn it, what are you saying, bro? Jeez, spit it out. So I call myself quoting her because I'm like, classy lady might hear it here, but if she was talking like that, I'm like, oh, jeez, would you just say it? Because that's what she was doing when she said it. She mentioned it a couple of times. And she jumped up off of it. Then she ended up saying it again, and then she throwing all them filler words in there. So I'm gonna have to listen back and see, and then I'll go check it and see when I'm in physical therapy if I can. I think I'll be more hands free, so I'll be able to do it. But yeah, y'all, let me keep on talking and I'm gonna mess around and throw myself up as far as my timing is concerned today. And I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna get up off of here. Thanks everybody for coming in. Hey, purrs meow hisses. I just love that name. I'm telling you for real. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone listening to the sound of my voice has a blessed, joyful Tuesday. I hope and I pray that your cup is filled, it runneth over, and that you are abundantly blessed. Thanks everyone for coming in. Thank you guys for all the ways that you support me. I much appreciate that. And with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna try to catch y'all for Car Chronicles when I leave PT, but my day is getting a little busier since I've already started it. So I don't want to make that promise. But if nothing else, I'll be back for like a music session. If y'all want to if y'all want to listen in, if anybody want to help me out as far as like the sound part of it is concerned, I was initially going to put it on like private or something. I was thinking about doing, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it public, and then we're going to play around with the sound, and maybe y'all can help me out in the comment section and let me know what the sound is doing so that I can figure out how to get this music to play, so that way back Wednesday will just be a little chill little vibe session. So if you see I got like a little notification set for way back Wednesday tomorrow, so we just gonna have an hour banging it out with a little vibe session, um following Gamma's way back Wednesday, where we go over to It's Gamma's World, and we talk about some throwback memories from way back. So that's way back Wednesday on Gamma, on It's Gamma's World. She's in the chat. And then we'll come over here if you want to come and do the after party. After the show, it's the after party, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna go way back. And if y'all have any vote or anything, I'm gonna put it up today to see if anybody want to vote what genre or how far back you want to go. You got a particular area, what where we want to be at with our way back. If not, then we could just freestyle it, and I could just do some request or whatever, and we're gonna take it way back, vibe out, and really listen, have us a good little time, and go on and end our night on a good note. Hopefully. Hopefully. So I'm gonna see y'all on It's Gamma's World for way back Wednesday, or I'm gonna see you over here for Wednesday. And hopefully I'm gonna see y'all in both places. Let me see. I just saw a comment come up. I don't know why my other phone is my phone is not giving what it needs to give. It's Gamma's World. She said, classy lady, she said, I appreciate you for that. She said I was half. I got you. No worries, no worries. Gamma said, have a great day. Thank you so much. You as well, everyone. I wish the same for you all. Gamma, she said, what I found out about the music. Okay, okay. She said when I looked into it, it said that it could be YouTube's scanning system that they have been updating in the last year. I was gonna try StreamYard that Surrett suggested, so you can try that too. Ooh, okay, okay. I thought so. I honestly thought last time I had figured it out. I used to play music. At one point in time, I played music once a week, and I had figured it out. So I'm like, it must be all these updates. And that makes sense because it's copywriting and all that stuff involved. Okay, okay. I might have to get back on this on this StreamYard situation so I can go on and do that. So in the meantime, in between time, y'all know I'm steady yapping, and I done killed another 5 minutes, and I got to go for real, for real. So thanks everybody for coming in. Appreciate you all. Hope you have a blessed and peaceful day. And until the next time, I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound. I am out of here. Peace.